Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. My name is Paddy.
And I'm Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. Do you think they need to know that they need to get out of the road instead of carry on walking in it? Also, if you're listening on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. Thanking you for moving eventually. Ben, how are you? Youths, Ben. We were once youths.
Yeah, but I know we were once youths, but we were never, let's just stand in the middle of the road kind of youths.
In a car park.
In a car park. Like, I don't know about you, but my parents put the fear into me.
Oh, God.
You know,
you'd
get out the car, and my parents would be like, no, stay where you are, or you're going to get hit. Ah!
You will get hit and die.
Yeah, it was always that. It was, stay where you are or you're going to get hit. And then stay by the cars, stay by the cars, stay by the cars.
Walk into a shop, hands in pockets.
Yeah, you know, they put the fear into us.
Oh, yeah.
There doesn't seem to be the fear anymore.
No. Because they do positive reinforcement.
And look how that's working out.
Look at the universe, people.
Yeah. Trump got a second term.
Look at we're not political people.
We're not political, but Trump got a second term. If the world was right, that's all I need to say.
Yeah, basically.
So, we'll have to discuss politics after this.
Oh, yeah, we will. We always do. We have our political talk after we finish.
Anyway, how am I?
How are you?
It's been a week.
Oh, dear Lord.
So, firstly, as logistics manager, I went to my first business event.
Oh, yeah. How did they go?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It turned out to be costly for both me and my friend who went as well.
Oh, okay.
So as we went down, we got there really early. So we stopped at like a Tesco's for like a bottle of water and a croissant.
As you do.
As you do. As he was driving down, my friend who I went with, who decided to be the driver, one of his customers was just calling him every 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, oh, something's happening.
Yeah.
I best give her a call. So like when we stopped to this Tesco's,
Yeah.
he was like, oh, do you mind just getting in the car and I'll give her a quick call? I was like, yeah, sure, no worries.
Yeah.
Whilst he's done that, he's lit up a cigarette. Finished the call, dropped the fag on the butt. Drop the fag on the butt? Drop the butt on the floor. Sometimes my brain thinks faster than my mouth.
Yes.
Drops the butt on the floor, gets in the car. Next thing you know, on his window,
no.
someone from the council got a £150 littering fine.
Wow.
And this person, like literally, handed in the littering ticket, got in his van and drove off. So I think
he was sitting there.
He's gone to Tesco's to grab himself a coffee before his day starts.
Yeah.
He's seen my mate standing there at the car, nowhere near the bins, and he's gone. He's not going to go walk over to the bins. He's just going to drop it on the floor. I'm going to sit here and wait for him to do it. Because literally, he gave the ticket in the van, gone.
Wow.
It's not like he was there. That was his patrol place for the day.
Yeah.
It was literally wrong place, wrong time.
Wow.
So
unfortunate for Ben's friend.
Or unfortunate for my mate.
Also, don't smoke, people. Proof.
Yeah. And be careful because there could be someone from the council with a fucking body cam.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was like, "What if I don't have the money to pay it?" And it was like, "We're sitting in a Tesla. You can't say what if I don't have the money." I get that it's a company car.
Yeah.
But if you've got a company car that's a Tesla, you can't be like, "Oh, what if I don't have the money to pay it?" It's just not going to. Anyway, get to the end of the day, lovely day, lovely experience. There was no networking whatsoever, so I don't know why it was called a networking event.
Yeah.
Get home, and I'm like, right, it's time for bed. I go to take my contact lenses out.
Yeah.
I took my glasses with me just in case they went missing. They weren't in my bag. So I messaged my mate going, oh, they might have fallen out in your car. Can you check? Nah. So I'm like, shit. I've lost my glasses.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fine. So I went to Specsavers. I was like, when's my next appointment due? And they're like, oh, November.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy, and I said, I've lost my glasses. I'm just going to buy like a real cheap frame just to get me through to November.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, okay, the cheap frames are over there. I was like, cool, love you.
Thank you.
So went over, and she comes over like 5 minutes later. She was like, I've just been having a look at your account. I was like, yeah. And she's like, you have really bad eyesight?
Yeah.
I was like, yes. Tell me something new. And she was like,
I can tell where
will
this
you
is going.
pay for the lens thinning?
Yeah.
I was like, yes. And she goes, well, you can buy a cheap frame, fine, but you're still going to have to pay for the lens thinning. And I was like, no, I'll just have the ridiculous milk bottle glasses till November, and then we'll deal with it in November.
Yeah.
And she just went really quiet, and then she was like,
No.
but what if your prescription doesn't change?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, shit, that's a valid point.
Oh no.
So it ended up costing him 150 quid for littering and me 170 quid for fucking new glasses. So when a couple of days later he called up and he's like, yeah, well, it cost me 150 quid that trip. And I was like, I'm 20 quid worse off, so you can shut the fuck up. He was like, what, have you still not found your glasses? I was like, no.
Oh no.
So there was that.
Oh dear.
Yes.
You got a nice new pair of glasses.
Well, this is the thing. When she said that, and because then they said, "Oh, if you buy a more expensive frame, we'll do a deal and we'll knock the price off of because the lens thinning itself should be 150 quid."
Yeah.
So, like they said, if you go over to this level of frame, we'll knock so much off the lens thing. Blah blah blah. So I was just walking around then, and I spotted the glasses I've just lost, like the frame.
Oh, okay.
And I just went over, and they're like, "Oh, have you decided on this one?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the frame I used to have."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "We'll see." Yeah. Got to the little tablet thing, and he put the serial code in, put my account in, and he was like, oh yeah, it is the same frame. I was like, why are you... I've worn these glasses.
Look, I know I'm blind, but I can see what they are.
I've worn these glasses for nearly 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I don't know the frame.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I've literally... It's not going to be even a thing.
Fair.
It's just going to... It just costs me money.
They would just reappear at some point.
Well, this is what I want. The moment I get those new glasses, they're going to reappear. I know they are. And it's going to piss me the fuck off. Anyway, so there's that.
Yeah.
I want your opinion on something. And this is... it's a long story. Okay. Bear with.
Okay.
So, when I used to live upstairs in the rest... Like, my parents' normal house, in the one bedroom...
Yes.
My parents' rule was, if I leave anything of my property outside of that bedroom, it gets chucked. Like, the only things I was allowed to leave outside the bedroom was shoes and coat.
Yes.
Anything else of my property had to be in the bedroom, otherwise it got chucked.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
So I buy myself a new TV. I then suddenly have 2 TVs. I don't need 2 TVs in the one room.
Yep.
So my spare TV just gets boxed up and it's sitting in my room doing nothing. My parents come to me and they're like, hey, your granddad needs a new TV. Do you mind if we use your spare one?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't need it right now. I'm in the one room.
Yep.
Fine. Take it. Assuming that when he passes, I would get it back.
Yes.
Yes? You just kind of see where this is going now?
Oh, yeah. The moment your parents got involved, I knew where it was going.
So... My granddad unfortunately passed away last week.
Yeah.
Thoughts, prayers, condolences, all that thing. It's not the point of the story, so we're just going to move on. Yep. I'm not being heartless, it's not the point of the story.
It's minor subplot.
It's minor subplot, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, I'm like, great, I'm about to buy a house, I'm about to get my second TV back, it's fine, I can either go in like the dining room or the bedroom, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm planning where to put my suddenly spare TV.
Yeah.
We get there, and I'm like, oh, I swear I donated a Samsung.
Yeah.
And my parents are like, oh no, this is an LG, we bought this. And I was like, well, where's my Samsung then?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he knocked it over and broke it when he was still mobile. He knocked it over and broke it. I was like, right. And they're like, we bought this one. I was like, right. And they're like, so we're having this. And I was like, so where's my TV? And they're like, you don't get a TV. We paid for this. I'm like, yeah, but I donate,
I paid for a TV and I'm missing a TV.
Exactly. Yeah. So my question to you, on your opinion, on who gets the TV?
Will you get the TV? Or they buy you another, a replacement?
No, because they bought that TV. They don't have to buy a replacement.
No, they should. I knew this is where this was going. The moment your parents got involved in this story, I knew something like this was going to be part of it.
You know what it was? That's the second time they've done it to me. Can we borrow your spare car? Yeah, sure. Oh, we sold it to your brother.
Yeah.
Can we borrow your spare TV? Yeah, sure. Oh, well, it's broken and you're not getting a replacement.
Yeah.
Like,
you should have learned the first time not to give your parents anything. Oh,
but yeah, that was a little bit of a, we're all sad, we're all upset, Granddad has just passed, and then there's a fight over a TV. And that's
not for that, you've lost your granddad and your TV.
And it was at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't care.
Whatever.
There's worse things going on in the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's starving kids in Africa and all that shit. Like, fine, you have the TV.
Yeah.
The funny bit was when, because they asked me to go help, like, empty his room.
Yeah.
And because their car was full, the TV ended up in my car. And I was like, oh, I could just drive away now.
This is the bit. If you'd already got in your house, you could have. You could have just gone to yours, and when they messaged you about the TV, you go, "What TV?
Oh, that one!
My one broke."
Yeah. Oh, that LG one. Yeah, it broke. It got knocked over. I bought this one. But yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And once again, as always, there was something else I wanted to say, but I've forgotten.
Yep.
I'll probably remember it in a bit. So,
That's
Paddy, how are you?
Well, I hope you remember quick because I have nothing to say.
Oh no!
I have nothing. I've literally had like not a boring week because it's been busy, but like I have no witty stories.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
I remembered.
I padded. Tell me.
That's my brain.
Tell me.
You had it as my brain went quick. I'm starting to come to the belief/realization that my customers are scared of me.
Okay.
Normally, I get 40 to 60 emails a day.
Okay.
With the business event down in London, and then the granddad passing away, thoughts and prayers, condolences, and once again, minor subplot to the story.
Yep.
I had 2 days off last week.
Yes.
So I assumed I'd be going back in to roughly 80 to maybe 120 emails.
Yeah, which is about standard.
Standard. Care to guess how many emails I went back to?
50.
310.
Wow. Why is there so many?
What? I literally, one of the customers that I've got a good rapport with, I called him up. I was like, why are you waiting for me not to be here? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, why? Don't ask more questions, just answer mine. Why are you waiting for me to not be here? And he's like, oh, I didn't realise you were there. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it, right. But it's just, I'm starting to believe that my customers are scared of me.
Yeah. And they're waiting.
They wait until I'm not there.
Yeah.
And then they just send everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monday was fun as I tried to catch up with those 310 emails. Yeah. Whilst then people are sending me more emails. And then colleagues are like, oh, can you just do this? Can you do this? And I'm just like, no. My customers hate me, apparently. I'm down a TV, I've lost a granddad, and my customers hate me.
And my inbox is full.
I can't do it anymore. I'm just emotionally capable. I got to admit, there was a moment on Monday where I was like really quiet, and my boss was like, are you okay? Do you need to go home? And I was like, I would take you up on that, but it's not because of what you think. It's not a bereavement thing. It's just more, I want a fucking break.
It's not even that. You don't even want to take the time off because you get even
more emails. But yeah,
oh dear.
Yeah. So that was my week.
That's fair. Like I said, my week was pretty standard. My bar manager's on holiday, so I've been doing all the bar bits, and I've been doing the whole shebang of that front of being a barman again and doing all the cellar work and everything. And I've established that I do need to join the gym because my core is non-existent. I cannot lift anything anymore. It's just deteriorated.
Yeah.
So, going to be looking at gym at some point soon and probably going to pick that up. But other than that, not really anything to report, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So, shall we talk film?
Let's talk film.
So we've just been to see Presents.
Pre-Science, yes.
Yes, Pre-Science. Presents. Starring Lucy Liu. Do you want to go first?
No, I went first last time. You can go first.
Okay. I thought this movie was an interesting concept. I don't think it was well executed.
Nope.
From my understanding of the movie as well, like behind the scenes and everything, this was like a micro budget, shoestring like budget, like for people that might not know much about movies, if you're joining for the first time or like whatever. Like, say for example, your average movie is made for $50 million for easy money. This was made, and I'm pretty sure it was made for between 4 to 5 million.
Wow. And probably all of that went to pay for Lucy Liu.
And it was filmed in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think that shows. It shows that it was a micro budget. It shows that it was that. You can do movies, like look at Saw. The first Saw movie is just basically in a room.
Yeah.
Like, you can do movies like that. I enjoyed the aspect of it. This is, when people hear about, like, oh, it's about a family that's being haunted by a ghost and it's through the eyes of the ghost. It's not a horror film. No. It is almost a family drama film that is being shown to you POV as the ghost presence that lives within this house. I appreciate the twist at the end. I like that. I thought like the full circle thing and how it all came around. I enjoyed that.
Yep.
I think this movie would have benefited for having a bigger budget. Because for me, the thing, and I know they tried to like palm it off by saying, oh, like time was like non-linear to the spirit.
Yeah.
But the constant black cut.
Oh, yeah.
That kept on throwing me out. It needed something else like a fade or something, because each scene is a one shot.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't cut, it follows all the way through and everything else.
Which I liked.
And it works for the story. Because you're seeing it from this spirit's perspective. But every time, like, it was like the reset point and then cut to black.
Yeah.
And it was like, it needs to find a different way. And that's what I said. I kind of understand that they probably had no budget to do that, so that's why they were just doing cut and cut and cut. And then reset and then film the next scene.
Yeah.
But it was a bit jarring for me. Overall, I don't think it was the best film in the world.
No.
I don't think it was the worst film in the world.
No.
Because, towards the middle, it got a little bit bleh, but then it kind of picked up again. It started high, went a little bit flat, and then went up again for me. But I enjoyed it. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't certainly a bad film. That's my thoughts, Ben. You.
Okay. You know how Paranormal Activity is called Paranormal Activity because there's paranormal activity?
Yes.
I would have named this one The Mundane Activity. I think that's the biggest problem with, if you, the elevator pitch of family drama in a haunted house from the point of view of the ghost.
Yeah.
Your mind flips to constant hauntings or paranormal things happening.
Yeah.
But the first thirds, nothing much really happens.
No.
Yeah, I get that you're setting the scene and you're introducing the characters and blah, 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 blah. But it was just so dull and boring and then to have the constant cuts to black, jarring as well. I think that's where it really shot itself in the foot.
I agree.
Had they been a bit more quick with setting the scene and introducing the characters, maybe a few more hauntings at the beginning, and then not as many fade to blacks, I think this would have done better.
I agree.
Would be better. For the moment, like the big haunting happens. I enjoyed it from that moment on. That was the better bit of the film. Before that, I was like, what are we doing here? Why are we here?
And you can tell, because me and you were laughing and joking throughout like the first part, because our attention wasn't being grabbed. We weren't gripped.
It came off a little student filmy to me.
Yeah.
Like, this would be an A-star A-level film.
Oh, God, yeah. 100%.
Like, you'll take an A-level film, this would be A-star, or whatever it is, because they don't do letters anymore. Level 1, I think, is the top nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, 1. Yeah.
So this would be level 1 in A-level film. But, and you know what? Now that I've said that out loud, I think it's probably someone's done A-level film. This was their pet project that they never got round to doing because just coursework didn't match up, or blah, 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 blah. And they thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and held on to it. And when they've finally been given a chance, they've gone for it, which, fair play to them. But it was just, It was very student-y film, very, like, low budget, and it didn't help itself to make you think otherwise.
No, I agree.
The acting from all of them, including Lucy Liu, was quite wooden.
But I feel like I agree that it was wooden. However, but also, I do feel like that is because that if they film this in 2 weeks, they filmed this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like everything was like, right, everybody has learnt their lines, and it was almost like first take stuff. They didn't do rehearsals. They were like, right, in this scene we're going to sit down, and have dinner, and then you're going to go through the script, and then we're going to have an argument, and you're going to storm out.
Yeah.
And they filmed it, and they go, cool, right, now, reset, and we're going to do the next scene.
Yeah.
And I do feel very much it was like very first take, and they don't have time to reset, and even do a second take, you know. I mean, they might have done 2 takes of everything. They might have done a rehearsal, then a take.
Yeah.
But even then, it takes time. If you've only just met these people, you need to chemistry build and things like that. It's supposed to be a family, you know.
Yeah. Once again, it's another film where it suffers by having a subplot that's not answered or addressed, like the whole illegal activities. That's never addressed, and that's like it's just a random subplot that just gets thrown in and then never answered. It's like, why even bother with it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, so this movie, for people that don't know, this movie is an hour and 20 minutes long. It was 82 minutes or whatever. And I feel like, you know how you were saying, like, oh, you know, it could have been established quicker at the beginning. Mm-hmm. I agree. But then I feel like, the reason why it's taken so long is because they're trying to pad the time out. Mm-hmm. But then they could have padded the time out with a subplot of what was going on with that.
Yeah, they could have.
And they haven't had the budget or whatever, you know, X, Y, and Z. I just do feel like that they, like you said, like that subplot was, I don't know whether or not it was just brought in to cause family drama and tension. And then it was dismissed because they're moving on, you know?
Yeah. I liked that it was all in one take. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was cool and everything and da. But yeah, I'll probably forget it by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll probably.
Yeah, and that's all I can really say about it. You know, there was there's kind of like 2 plot twists at the end.
Yeah.
I guessed one of them.
Which one did you guess?
How to try to say this without spoiling it?
The only plot twist I didn't get was the mirror thing at the end.
Yes. No.
I didn't clock that one.
I kind of knew it was the moment.
I didn't clock it until the situation happened for that person to then be in the mirror.
The moment Lucy Liu started walking into the room, I knew it was going to happen.
I knew it was going to happen then.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting like that bit.
Yeah.
How that person got there. It's really hard to talk in code, people.
The external friend.
Yes.
That's the one I saw coming.
Yeah, I kind of saw that as well. But
we say we saw it, but it kind of tells you in the story.
Yeah,
anyway,
it kind of hinted that at like
multiple times.
If this movie has 3rd acts, it hinted that in the 2nd act.
Yeah.
And then it was the 3rd act where it came full force.
Yeah.
I did agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on it.
Yeah, like I said, I do think it's an okay film, but I do feel like it could have probably done with not another writer, but maybe a writer to help.
An editor.
In
the words of Mrs. Bennett, could have done with a polish.
And not that kind of polish, you dirty people. But it could have done with like another writer looking over the script and maybe helping to bulk the story.
Yeah.
You know, and then and some extra money to help to benefit it, I think.
Do you want to turn quickly to the glove compartment of topics as we have like 2 minutes left of the journey?
Can you go straight over and drop me off at work? Thank you.
What's occurred?
Nothing bad.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's just the missus and the in-laws were having dinner there tonight, and they're still there. So I shall go and join them for cheeky beverage. The theatre.
The theatre.
The lovely theatre.
We love the theatre.
We love the theatre. You've been going more than I have.
I know. I love it.
I know, and I'm jealous.
Well,
I know, but you always go on a weekend when I'm working. Don't start.
One,
One.
I go by myself,
Yes.
Mr. Loner. Two,
Yes.
a lot of theatre shows do matinees on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
which is your Saturday.
Yeah. I know, I don't dispute that, but sometimes, and we have done that when we went to go see like Wicked and stuff. We did go and do it.
Yeah.
But then, like, I like to go with you.
Go with your girlfriend.
She might be working.
Go on a date when she's not working.
I know, but I do like to go with you. I like going to the theatre with you,
Oh.
and especially like if my hearing's just popped. Especially if it's like something that we both want to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you wanted to talk about with this. But I like the fact that because more theatre shows, I know it's not the same, but especially like more of the ones that you might not be able to get a chance to see are obviously being filmed and then put in the cinema.
Yeah. Do you know what I really love about theatre? And this sounds weird.
Yeah.
I really love it when things go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not a Schadenfreude like, it's gone wrong.
Yeah.
I love seeing how the actors deal with that.
Yeah, I love
Because personally, I feel like that is a mark of a good actor. If something goes wrong, how they can quickly recover.
Case in point, in our performance, Ben.
Us,
when we were shredding the boards, as they say, and when you picked me up and flinged me and your iPod
the prop went flying out of your pocket.
And we were just like, freeze, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And then you clicked,
Puppy. Anyway, carry on.
and you quickly clicked. You were
Yeah.
like, pick it up.
Bring it up.
And then I was like, no.
Yeah.
We were,
See?
we
Good
are
actors.
thespians.
We are amazing thespians. Thank you very much. So I really like it when things go wrong. I'm trying to think of a recent one where something has gone wrong.
Yeah.
When I went to see Duchess of Amalfi, something went wrong, but it was kind of neither here nor there. It was just so they had a live guitarist, fine, grand, whatever.
Yeah.
The person playing the guitar
Yeah.
made the decision to basically, once she'd finished playing her bit and she was off stage, well, I'm just going to unplug my guitar until the next bit. So, of course, when she's getting ready for the next bit, she goes to plug it back in. She's not realised it's still on full volume.
Yeah.
And suddenly, we're all sitting in the theatre. It's a quiet moment, and suddenly you hear this, and
Yeah.
it was like, I was like, was that a part of it? Was that supposed to be there? And I was like, wait, no, it was because she then walks out, and I was like, it was you.
Yeah.
That's not an impressive bit of something going wrong. That is someone like who should know better.
I think there's a little bit of that as well. Like when I was, there was a scene when I did Our House.
Yeah.
And there was a bit where we were off backstage and we were like talking, and it was like in the dressing rooms.
Yeah.
And somebody had their microphone on, but it hadn't been turned off by sound.
Yeah.
So they heard like some talk come out, and obviously mistakes happen. These things happen. It might have been that her like guitar cable shouldn't have been on yet, and so it's the idea is
It's
that
the classic pissing in backstage and your microphone being off.
Yeah. It's that kind of thing.
But yeah, no, I love the theatre. Well, maybe I'll try and organise something with you then, Pato.
Yeah, maybe.
I've got a list of all the shows I want to go see and like the date that they end.
Well, obviously the big thing at the moment is obviously Hercules is coming out soon.
Hercules.
I want to see that really bad.
Yeah, but that's going to be the it musical.
I know.
You're not going to be able to see it for a while unless you want to sit in the fucking heavens.
Yeah, and pay a lot for that.
And pay a lot for the privilege.
Okie dokie. Should we do final thoughts?
I
lead a boring life.
I've lost my glasses, that cost me money. I've lost a TV, that cost me money. I lost a granddad, didn't cost me money. I didn't pay it, man, so yes, it does not cost me money. My customers are apparently either scared of me or
purposely wait until
I'm... Maybe they just think, oh, he's an idiot, we'll wait until he's gone. Then we don't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
And yeah. Comment down below, guys. Do you think who deserves the TV? Do I deserve the TV? Or did the parents deserve the TV? Because we've both paid for a TV.
So, I mean,
you are Judge Judy. Put that wig on. Judge Judy, tell us who deserves the TV.
I still think you are owed a TV.
I agree.
Whether or not that comes out of
that TV
or part of the estate. Like, a TV is owed. And have you been to see Presents? Let us know your thoughts down below. You can email us at sliceofriedgold. We thought it was meh. Could have
good potential.
Potential was there.
Good concept.
Yeah, just dropped a bit.
Student film.
Yeah. But with that being said, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.